Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Suchitra ma'am. You can seek the permission to share the screen, ma'am, and you can start the session around within 5 minutes, ma'am.
My screen is visible, I suppose. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. We'll start in 2 minutes, right?
Suchitra ma'am, you can start.
Okay, sir, starting. Yeah, good evening, everybody. Um, I welcome you to yet another session of my webinar. And today we will deal about a very common topic, yet very challenging topic. It is secret of being a master of time management and taking control of your time by prioritizing, organizing, and then achieving your goals, right? So, uh, uh, let me first introduce myself. I'm Sujitra Nanda, and I am a TGT, which is situated in Chhattisgarh, Raipur. Okay, so let's start the topic with a very, let us familiarize ourselves with each other. A small activity that's never have I ever. So we'll play a game, which is a short game, and I would like to tell you the rules of this. That is, you will have to start the sentence by saying never have I ever, and followed by a statement about something that you have never done before, right? Like, for example, we can say, never have I ever fallen asleep during a virtual session or a virtual meeting. Okay, are we all ready? Are you all with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so you can all one by one unmute yourself and go ahead with this game. I suppose you will be liking it, and we'll come across some very interesting things.
May I?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Please.
Ma'am, never have I fallen asleep during my school hours.
Okay, okay. Yeah, anybody else? Arpita, ma'am?
Good evening, ma'am. I'm
Good
outside.
evening, good evening.
Yes, ma'am.
Or else, yeah, I never we with never, like ma'am said, never have I ever. Anybody else?
Yes,
One
ma'am.
more I can say.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Never
Never
have I
have I
fallen
ever.
asleep before planning for tomorrow.
Okay. You may not use that word asleep. You can use any other word. Yes, Uma Devi, ma'am, you were saying something.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yes,
Never
yes,
have I
sure.
ever visited Taj Mahal.
Okay, okay. It's really good. Never have I ever visited Taj Mahal. Yes. Yeah, you should visit Taj Mahal. It's very beautiful.
Yes, we are planning, but
Yeah.
I don't know when will it happen.
No, it will. It will happen
Yes,
very soon.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Anyone else?
Yeah, never have I ever sat and taught a class.
Oh, that's really good. And but I think this will go with lots of other teachers also.
Yeah, for a lot of people, I believe it's difficult to sit and teach.
Yeah, that is very true. That's very true.
By the way, I've also
Um,
not visited the Taj Mahal.
okay, okay. So it's a common thing that we came across today. Anyone else? I hope you're ready with
Ma'am,
yeah, ma'am. Punita, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
never have I ever spoken a lie.
Oh, good. Yes, yes. We always try to, not to speak in our field. We are exemplary, so we should. That's very good. So, shall we start with the session? I hope everybody is energized to, learn the techniques of time management. Okay, let's start. Today's agenda of the training is why time management is important, understanding your time, setting goals, prioritizing tasks, time management techniques, avoiding distractions, review and adjust. So, I would like to know the expectations, like if you have any expectations from this, it'll be, I'll be happy to know whether in the end, we'll know whether we have met the expectations or not.
Ma'am, smart techniques to finish planning quickly.
Yeah, we will come across some of the techniques. Even I will learn from you. So it's not in a one-way, training. It is a two-way. I mean, I also will have to we'll learn from you all a lot. Any other expectations? Uma Devi ma'am, you're saying something?
No, ma'am, as everyone's planning, definitely we are doing very good. But it
Okay.
doesn't go the way we plan the execution or completion of the work on time.
Okay.
Something
So
or
we'll
the
learn.
other reason.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
something or the other reasons, we are not able
yeah.
to complete it on time.
Okay, okay. So we will learn today lots of techniques. Then you may, apply those in your day-to-day life. Okay, then let's start. We'll have some ground rules also, like every other webinar has. Phones on silent, one person talking at a time. Keep to the topic, keep to time, and respect others' contributions. Right? So I give you a scenario, and I would like you to tell me what are the key points in this. Can somebody read this scenario?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please.
How well do you manage your time? The scenario. You are the supervisor with the critical deadline of result, that is the PTM approaching, needing to juggle multiple high priority tasks, unexpected parent requests, and teacher absence, while also ensuring quality standards are met. How would you prioritize and manage your time effectively to meet the deadline?
Yes. So, what are the key elements over here? What do we, from this scenario, what we come across? What are we supposed to do? What are the things that we are going to deal in this scenario? If I may say, key elements of this scenario. Like you are the supervisor and you have a critical deadline of result and PTM approaching. So you need to do many things. So what are the key elements? If you read this scenario, what you come across? What are the elements that we are going to deal? We take care to, manage our
We're
time.
going to get ready with the results to be announced to the parents.
Yes. What
Then
else?
the teacher allocation to meet other certain parents.
Yes. Teacher
Uh,
absence
hmm.
also.
Then
Yes. What else?
time allotment for the parents.
Yes.
As a supervisor,
So these are
the
all
guidelines.
multiple. See,
Yes, multiple tasks.
yes. Yeah. So we have multiple competing priorities. Like we have lots of things that we have to see, like the results are made or not, they're printed or not, they're correct or not. All these are, these are the priorities that we need to see. And second thing, we have to also divide the time period into all the students so that everybody gets an equal opportunity, right? Also, there are teachers who are absent, and some parents also request that, okay, I'm not well, I cannot come to the PTM. So, can you organize the PTM for in another day or some other day? And timings also, like, can you change? So, if we see the key elements of this scenario are multiple competing priorities, unexpected disruptions, okay, then time pressure. Always the time is ticking, fast. Then team dynamics. Team, like for example, we have 4 people in our class who are, delegated with different things, but one of them is absent during that day. So we need to even take care of his work, his or her work, right? So these are the key elements of this scenario, and always we come across these type of scenarios in our day-to-day life, right? I think everybody will agree to me that these are the things we come across as teachers.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So how do we, take care of all these things? The best way is to manage our time properly, like planning it properly and then executing it. And if you manage your time properly, what are the benefits that we are getting from it? Okay. So now, why we need to manage our time, and why is time management so important? Can anybody tell me why the time management is so very important?
It's for everybody's concern, ma'am. Like I cannot extend talking to a particular parent for the longer the time. Then it
Yes.
definitely makes the other parent also waiting for the longer the time. So I should know what are the important key points to be discussed with the parents regarding that particular student alone, and what is the
Yeah.
concern and the suggestions getting from the parents. So that both the side exchanging of the very much important messages needed. So prioritizing only the necessary points to be discussed, and time management should be given the everyone comfortable in that completing the task on the day very smoothly.
Yes, yes, very true, very true. So we have lots of students, like more than 20, 30 students, and we have only 3, 4 hours in our hand, and we need to, take care of each and every student over there, each and every parent, and should delegate and tell them whatever is important. Child has failed and what he needs to, cater to different needs, right? During that time. Also, not only PTM, it's everyday life. Like we have lots of things to disseminate. Like we need to tell the students
Ma'am, your voice is breaking
में
and it
भेजेंगे हम
come.
मैसेज कभी कभी हमको nth hour में we need to send it, right? So we need.
Ma'am, we are not able
Hello.
to hear you. We are
Now
not
is
able
it
to hear
clear?
you. It's breaking, ma'am.
Okay, okay, okay. 1 second. 1 second. Just give me 2 minutes. Is it clear now? Hello?
Yes,
Am I
ma'am.
clear
Yes,
now?
it's okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So, yeah, time management is important because it increases the productivity. Because we need to, when we manage our time properly, we plan our activities properly, it increases the productivity and reduces the stress, right? Then it improves the work-life balance also. Then enhances our goal achievement. Whatever goal we have set, that goal is achieved because of proper time management. Then we have next is understanding your time. How will you understand what time you are devoting to what work? How will you understand whether you have wasted the time or whether you have done it correctly? So we need to track our time usage, right? Then we need to identify time wasting habits.
Your voice
Am I
is
clear?
breaking off.
Are you able to hear me? One second, I'll share it. Just a second. I'll stop sharing and I'll do it again, right? Give me 2 minutes. Is my voice clear now? Hello? Is my voice clear now?
Yes, ma'am, it's audible now.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay. So, what we need to do is here, I'll tell you how to, understand your time. So, this is a wheel of 24 hours. You can do it now with me. This is a wheel of 24 hours. Now, what you need to do is in each hour, you can devote your time, like whatever you are doing. Suppose you are sleeping for 6 hours, you are, for example, you are commuting from one place to another. You can write it in this 24 hours period. Like, for example, we are taking classes, we are studying, we are doing fitness work, we are exercising, or maybe we are watching a movie. Whatever we are doing, we need to, write it down in that wheel, 24 hours wheel. Are you doing it with me? Are you doing it with me? Is somebody doing it with me? Or you
Yes,
need to
ma'am,
do
we'll
it?
do it.
Yeah, please. If you can do it, it'll be better for you. You need to make a circle in which you make 24 spokes, like you divide it into 24 parts, and then write down what, like one part is 1 hour. When you're done, let me know. I'll tell you next what to do. Like activities, you break down hour per week, like class time, study time, commuting, dressing and eating, hours of employment, responsibilities at home, athletics requirements, then how much you devote your time to computer, television watching, or sports, or movies, sleeping, all these. Are you done? Have you done that? Who has finished? Yes, now have you filled that circle with all those activities? If you have filled in, then what you need to do is, in a week, how many hours do we have? In a week, how many hours do we have? Are you there?
168 hours, ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
168 hours. So now whatever we have devoted, that 24 hours, whatever we have written, add up those hours. Add up and then subtract your total from 168. You subtract all those hours that you have devoted. So how many hours are left with you? In a week, how many hours are left? Like when you subtract the total amount from 168, what is the answer? How much time do you have?
20 to 25 hours approximately.
Okay. Okay. So 22 to 25 hours that you have, this is your total 3 hours per week. This you are not doing anything, right? So now what you need to do is you need to prioritize your work in this 25 hours that you have in a week. These are the free period, free hours. Now you can use that to do certain work which is in top priority. Like what you need to do is you write 10 work that you are doing every day, and according to the highest to the least important, like from the most important to the least important work. Then you can devote that time to those highest important work, high priority work. Okay, is it clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now I'll show you one more thing. This is a link in which if I open it, you'll find this time management, self-assessment. If you want, I can share this one. You can see there are certain statements. I schedule time for planning, never, rarely, occasionally, often, always. Now there are so many things. That's a personal thing. You can take it, and at the end, you can calculate your scores, like how to score. So never is 0 point, rarely is 1 point, sometimes is 2 points, often is 3 points, and always is 4 points. So whatever points you have, according to that, your score, that is from 6 to 20, you need to see that the great news is that there's a lot you can do to help yourself. Time to manage guide, and accordingly you can do strategize your time management. Okay. So this is a self-assessment. You can assess very well how you are using your time. Are you using it properly or you're not? Okay. Now next one is so next one will be setting smart goals. What are smart goals? Have you heard of this smart word? This is an acronym actually. Do you
Smart
know
we
about this
use
smart?
when we have
Yes,
the
ma'am.
lesson plan writing, ma'am. When we have the planning for our class, we always plan for the learning outcomes and objectives to be planned in a way of smart.
So what is the full form of smart?
Um, first
Anybody
letter,
else? First is S.
Measurable and
ma'am,
achievable goals.
measurable,
Yes. No,
attainable,
S is specific.
rela-
See, first is specific.
yes,
Yeah, you're
specific,
correct.
specific.
Yes.
Hmm.
First is specific.
Specific.
So how will you know? How will you know that you're setting a specific goal? How will you know that you are setting a specific goal? You should have a specific goal. Like for example, if you ask a W question, okay, like for example, I want to obtain gym membership, suppose. So if you ask a question, what? It's a specific thing, right? What you want? I want a gym membership. So that becomes a specific goal. So you need to have a specific goal. So whenever you need to have a specific goal, you ask a W question, like which, where, what, when, Okay, so that becomes a specific goal. Next is, as ma'am said, SMART. Sorry, M. That is measurable. So what do you mean by measurable? Yeah, measurable means what? How will you measure your goal?
Whether
How will you measure
that
it?
the quantity speaks about the measurable.
Yes, like for example, I have set a goal that I want a gym membership to reduce my weight. Okay, reduce my weight by 4 kgs.
By 4 kg,
So,
and also the time bound, we can have that number within how long, within how many,
yes,
what is the
yes.
time duration we are taking for that?
So first is measurable, that you can measure your goals or not. So in order to find out whether you can measure it, it has to start with how much, right? Then suppose next one is A, attainable or achievable. Whether your goal is achievable or not, whether you have the resources or not to achieve that goal. Like for example, if I say I want to go to Mars, is it an achievable goal for me? Is it an achievable goal for me? No.
No.
No, it's not an achievable goal because I don't have the resources to go to Mars, right? But if I say I will go to the gym and I'll go for Zumba class for 2 days a week. So can I do it? Do I have the resource? First of all, I need to see whether I have a gym nearby. And can I devote those 2 hours, whether I'm free in those 2 hours to, go for the Zumba class. And whether the Zumba class is for for my age group. Or those days I'm free, whether there is a Zumba class or not. So all these things I have to find out. So it is attainable or not. First of all, we need to find whether it is achievable or not. Then R is whether it is relevant or realistic. How do we know it is realistic or not? How do we know it is realistic? Like I said, whether it is relevant, whether it is achievable, I don't have the resources. Likewise, whether it is within my reach.
Whether it is
Whether I can do
practically
that goal or not.
important or not. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Practically, can I do that? Can I, is it like, for example, important for me or not? Okay. So that is relevant. And then next one will be time bound. There should be a deadline. Like in the beginning, I said, can anybody tell me how can I make my goals time based or time bound? Give an example.
Maybe you can say at so and so time I will go to you do my within what I'll be going to gym, or within 3 months I will attain,
Yes, yes.
so and so.
Yeah, very good. Yes, yes, Prashanti ma'am, you are very true. Like, for example, if I have put a gym membership, I said I need to reduce 4 kgs. But by what time should I reduce it? So I need to put a time-bound, goal that within 2 months or by the end of this month, I'm going to reduce 4 kgs of my weight. So that is a time-based goal. So now we know specific, our goals must be specific, should be measurable, should be achievable or attainable, should be relevant, and should be time-based, right? So whenever we set our goals, it should be according to this SMART chart, right? Next is prioritizing tasks. What do you mean by prioritizing tasks? We have lots of tasks. How do we prioritize them? What do we mean by prioritizing?
Whatever is urgent, we have to do it on the very first basis.
Yes. Like, for example, there's a matrix called as Eisenhower matrix, in which we can draw a quadrant, 4 quadrants, and also you can color them. Like, we can divide it into 4 parts, that is important, urgent, not urgent, and not important, right? So we need to, your whatever things or the tasks that we have, what we need to do is we need to see whether it is urgent and important task, whether it is urgent and whether it is important, right? Then next is focus on high priority tasks, then eliminate non-essential tasks, and delegate tasks when possible. So according to this Eisenhower matrix, you'll have to find out from the tasks that you have, important and urgent. If it is important and urgent, then we need to do the task according to the deadlines. Like, for example, tomorrow I have to go for an interview. So I need to prepare for the interview today, right? I can't prepare it, after 2 days or 3 days, because tomorrow is the deadline. Or maybe if I have to submit some documents tomorrow is the deadline. So I need to do it beforehand so that I meet the deadline. So important and urgent needs to be done then and there. Like, for example, you need to do it as soon as possible to meet the deadline. But if it is important and not urgent, like, for example, if it is not tomorrow, so we can schedule it to later. Like, for example, I have an exam 1 month after, after 1 month. So I will do the urgent work first, and then I'll schedule it to the later time. First, I'll do the urgent, and then I will do the important but not urgent work. Are you getting me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Then next one is not important, but it is urgent. It's not so important, but it is urgent. Okay, there is a deadline, but it's not an important task. So what we need to do, we can delegate it. Like, for example, I have certain emails to check. Even if I don't check, nothing will happen. Somebody else can check it for me. So I can delegate the task to somebody else so that that person can check my emails and I can be relieved of that time. So when I'm using that time will be left for me. So I can delegate that task to someone else, right? Sometimes we have not important and not urgent work. It's not even important, not urgent. So what we need to do, like, for example, I want to watch a serial in the TV that I usually watch, but that's not important for me. And it's not urgent also. Okay. So what I need to do, I can remove it from my task list. So that stress that I want to watch it, anxiousness is gone. So now what we are doing, according to Eisenhower matrix, what we are doing is we are dividing the task into important, not important, urgent and not urgent. Okay. And then what we are doing, we schedule it for later, we delegate it to somebody, or we delete it. So what we are doing, prioritizing our task. So which one we are going to do first, and which one we are going to do later, which we are going to give it to somebody, and which one we are going to delete from our to-do list. So when we prioritize our task, it becomes easier for us to do it without anxiousness, without stress, and our productivity also increases, and we achieve our goal in a better way, right? Next is, what are the time management techniques? Now you must be thinking, why this tomato is here? How is this tomato related to time management? So there is a technique called as Pomodoro technique. Pomodoro is actually, there's a word called Pomodori, which means tomato. It's also called tomato technique. Okay. I hope I'm audible to everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So in this Pomodoro technique, it's a very interesting technique. So we divide our time to 4 30-minute slot. Okay. Now what we do, 25 minutes we devote to our work, and then we take 5 minutes break. Then again 25 minutes working, 5 minutes break. 25 minutes working, 5 minutes break. 25 minutes working, 5 minutes break. So now what we are doing? We are doing 25 minutes work and taking 5 minutes break in between. It's a short break. And then after completing these 4 parts, then we take a big break. That is 30 minutes to, or maybe 25 minutes break. And then continuing again with 25 and 5, 25, 5, 25, 5, 25, 5. So we need to break our time into different slots of 30 minutes, in which 25 minutes we are working and 5 minutes we are taking break. This is called as a Pomodoro technique. You can take the help of this. This is really very effective in managing our time, and you also don't feel bored doing that monotonous work for a long period of time. It reduces the productivity. If you take break of 5 minutes, after 25 minutes it's increasing your productivity also. Then second is time blocking. Time blocking means, does anybody have an idea of time blocking? Anybody knows what is time blocking?
I think, ma'am, it's like setting time that this particular time I'll be doing this.
Yes. It's like setting time, like for example, 4 to 5, I'm going to go for exercise. Whatever may come in my way, I am going to do the exercise part. So that means you are blocking the time so that you also know that these are the things that I'm going to do today, and you are relieved of your stress levels. So time blocking is also very, very important in time management technique. Right? Next one is break down large tasks. Like for example, I have a task of, suppose sending mails, or maybe I have to write letters, or maybe I write to question paper, or maybe I need to do lesson plans. So lesson plans for class 6, maybe class 10, maybe class 12. So they have different ways of doing it, but it's the same technique. So we can break it down into what? Like today I'm doing the lesson plans for class 10. Tomorrow I may do it for class 12, and within 3 days I'll finish all these. Lesson plans are usually the similar way of doing it. Only thing we need to change some part of it. Right? So we can break down a large task. Or else if you can give me another example of breaking down large tasks, if you have anything in your mind. You can also give an example of this, breaking down large tasks. Like for example, yes ma'am, Prashanti ma'am, yes ma'am.
Yeah, I think like suppose if we have to read a book, then we can just break it down every day 10 pages or something, not to have the whole book at a time.
Yes. That is actually, that's very interesting. Like we read books, it is interesting to us. It doesn't become monotonous. We can read more than 10 pages also, right? Yeah, that's also a good example. But like for example, if I'm not wrong, we all use a register to maintain attendance register. I don't know whether you do it in your school or not. In the attendance register, we write the names of children, their father name, mother name, then OBC category, all those things we write, phone numbers, bus number, everything we write, right? But it's a very monotonous task. You cannot, sitting one day and doing the whole thing is very difficult.
Tedious.
Also, it's tedious. So what we need to do, we can write at least, suppose we have 25 students. So every day write 5, complete 5. So we are breaking the large task into smaller ones, and it finishes, and it's also not a burden on us. Right? So that large task can be broken down into smaller parts so that it is not monotonous and it is done effectively. Then use a planner or a, yes ma'am. Sunita.
Also the mark list of different classes at different intervals of time.
Yes, right. This is also very monotonous, so we need to do this, breaking it down. Also, we can use a planner or a calendar so that we write down what we make a to-do list every day, and then we follow it. In the end, we can see whether it is all done or not, right? Then next is avoid multitasking. Multitasking is, before it was like multitasking is very important. Like everybody has to do multitasking, but now it actually we should not go for multitasking because it reduces the efficiency. If you agree with me, or do you agree with this? Avoid multitasking.
Yes, ma'am.
So what happens if you do multitasking? Have you come across?
It drains out the mental energy, the physical energy of the body and the mind. And
Yes.
you cannot be perfect at everything at the same time. You know, some way or the
Yes.
other, you find that the work is not done perfectly. You'll be like a jack of all trades and master of none.
Correct. Very true. Jack of all trades and master of none. Very true. Yes. So we need to avoid multitasking. Do a task at a time and devote your, heart and soul into it. So now next comes avoid distractions. What are the distractions that we have?
Sitting
what
at
are the
First of the foremost is like our social media distractions are more.
Yes, Marina ma'am.
Ma'am, like when we are doing distractions can be like wanting to talk to other people while you're doing your work. So like sitting and gossiping, like staff room, you think you'll come together and you'll work, but that becomes a chat center instead of your working place.
Correct.
Efficiency reduces when you sit together. I feel that when you sit alone and
Yeah.
you do your work, you're more focused.
Yeah, actually, I completely agree with this. You know, in the staff room, you forget the boundaries. Like what we are talking, we don't even know. We waste so much of time, and then later on realize that whatever is important is not done. What is unimportant, we have done all those, right? So let's see what turn off the notifications. Like we have notifications for a lot of things. Yeah, we set notifications. Okay, that we are going to watch this movie, or maybe other distractions. So we need to turn off the notifications first. Second is create a quiet workplace. Workspace should be quiet. Wherever you sit, you may be comfortable, but it should not be like a lot of distractions. You may make others also, involved in different work so that it is a quiet place for you to work in peace. Then set boundaries with others. Like too much of talking, too much of indulgence in gossip is unprofessional, right? So we need to set boundaries with others, that how much we need to indulge, right? Then use website blockers. You know, there are some blockers which are available nowadays, like Freedom, Self Control. What they do is they block the websites, different social media sites, so that you are not distracted when you're working. So you can use website blockers. Then you take breaks, like I told you before, that take short breaks in between so that it is not monotonous and you there is no interruption. You do in your break time, you do your work. Like for example, you need to call somebody or send a message. You take 25 minutes you're working and 5 minutes break, and in that break you can send the message or talk to somebody, right? So that also avoids distractions. Now, very, very important thing is evaluate your plan. Review all the time. Like we say, like somebody said in the beginning, that whenever we do some planning, we do not, we are not successful in doing it properly. Time management is not proper. So we need to evaluate to find out where we went wrong. Okay, so we need to review first. Review what? What are we going to review? Review your schedule, right? We need to review our schedule, whether we have done it correctly or not. Whether the 24 hours circle that we had done, in that 24-hour circle, we need to see where, we have devoted more time. Like that time we can cut short and then use it in an important work, prioritizing, right? Then we need to identify areas of improvement. Like I said, we need to identify the areas of improvement where I went wrong. So when we regularly review our schedule, we come across areas where we have mismanaged things. So next is the schedule. When we find out where we need to improve, we can adjust or plan again, right? We can adjust our time management plan again, or we can plan it again from beginning and then act upon it, also put it into action. And this is a cycle. So whenever we make a plan, we need to review it. Once we have executed it, we need to review it, then identify where we went wrong. So we keep on doing it, and then we become a master of time management, because we are reviewing it we are evaluating our plan. So we find out where we are lagging behind, or where we need to improve more. So we need to review it regularly, our time management. I think you will agree to what I'm saying. We need to review, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, yeah.
Like
So next
it's
is
like learning. Sorry.
no,
It's
you
like
tell, you tell, Prashant.
yeah, it's like we learn something and then we do revision. That revision
Yes.
tells us how much we have learned or not. So this
Yes,
way it's like reflecting back.
yes. So now is the revision time for you. I am giving you a task now. This revision time will be for you. I have given you some points, and the Eisenhower matrix we learned before. You remember Eisenhower matrix? That is important, not important, urgent, not urgent. So you need to put out of this into urgent, not urgent, important, not important, and share it with me. I give you 5 minutes. I think 5 minutes will be enough for you. Will it be okay with you? 5 minutes? I'll show you the answers as well. I give you 5 minutes to do it, to prioritize your task. Prashanti ma'am, done? You're looking relaxed. Marina ma'am is doing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So when you're done, please let me know, so that I'll show you the answers and you can see whether you have done it correctly or not. I think everybody must have done
Ma'am,
by now.
this
Yes.
whatever you have given, it's connected to what? I mean, like, I'm not getting it, because it is whose work it is. Is it a
Whoever's work it
teacher's
is.
work?
Anybody's work. Like write a blog post tomorrow. A teacher can write a blog post, right?
Attending a status meeting, like, it is whose work? Basing on that, it's whether it's important or not, like, that's where.
You consider as it as teachers.
Okay. Then what does status meeting mean? I didn't understand that.
Attending a status meeting in the sense, like for example, there are certain people who hold the top ranking. So we those have a meeting,
Okay.
like directors. That's a status meeting. So should I show you the answers? If you have done, I'll show you the answers. Yes, these are the answers. Write a blog post due tomorrow. So tomorrow it's important. That's a deadline. So we need to achieve that deadline. That's why it is important and urgent. Then finish a project proposal. So that's also urgent and important. We need to do that. Then respond to client emails. Client emails are very important. Like for example, they need to know something by tomorrow. Then we need to, do that. That's urgent. Then sign up for professional development course. So professional development course can be done. It will not end tomorrow. Start and end tomorrow, right? So that's why we can delay it. We can do it later. We can schedule it later. Attend a networking event. That also can be done later. Add improvements to a personal project. Improvements can be done later, right? Then not important but urgent. Upload blog posts. It's important, but not important, but it's urgent. Like there's a time frame when we need to post our blogs. It cannot go for a long period of time empty. Okay. Then transcribe meeting notes. When there is meeting, you can delegate it to somebody. Like even if you don't do it, it doesn't harm. It's urgent, but somebody else can do it for you. Right? Field non-client emails. Non-client emails, you can, they are not your clients. So somebody else can also see the emails, answer to those emails. Then delete work about work, attend a status meeting, share status approval. All these you may delete it. It's not very important. So have you all done this? Like, was it correct? 50%?
Yes, ma'am. Some of them were correct.
One wrong.
Okay.
Attend a status meeting. That's
Ma'am, I think that, the whatever you have given is all subjective as how important it is for the person who is doing, depending on who is doing it, right? I think so, because for me, I feel I'm not in the line of teaching or in this line, so I don't feel that most of them are meaning accordingly that way. I have seen from my point of view, so it's all subjective.
Okay. See, like this is all general topic. These are not the specific topics. Like writing a blog post due tomorrow. So tomorrow is the deadline. That's why we need to. It's important and urgent. So that's all. These are all general topics. It's not very specific.
Yes.
So accordingly, you can do it. Like what I mean to say is important and urgent. You need to do as soon as possible according to the deadline.
Yes. I understand.
Important and understood now. I think,
yes,
I hope I've made it clear to everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. So we come to the end of this. I hope I have, inculcated a little bit of time management in all of you. Thank you so much for being so patient.
Thank you, ma'am. Wonderful session.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. And this is my feedback link. You can give the feedback here. This is the link. If you want, if it is not opening, please let me know. I'll send this feedback link to you in the SNTTC.
Ma'am, could you please give it in the group, ma'am? Because
I will surely.
Yes.
I Sure.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for the wonderful session. And
Thank
you
you,
have
ma'am.
managed the time for the session also, ma'am. That is also the learning for us to start
Yes,
at
thank
the
you so
correct time and to complete it on time. So it was
Yeah.
really wonderful. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So I'll stop my share now, sharing the this one, and I'm over to Sir now for
A
his
very good
feedback.
evening, everyone. Hope you all have had a wonderful session, no doubt. Suchitra ma'am has given her 1000% for today's session. Lots of
Thank you.
appreciations from the end of SNTTC ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
I
Thank
can
you so much.
really see the efforts that you have brought up as to ensure that people are getting profound information as in how to manage their time. That too, very skillfully. So
Thank you, sir.
that's how it is. And coming to what do we say? Yeah. So as you all know, the process of seeking a certificate is
Thank you.
sending rupees 50 to the number which I'm going to write in the box. It is 990-892-5730. 990-892-5730. So the people who wish to get a certificate need to send 50 rupees to this particular number through GPay, PhonePe or Paytm and send a screenshot of the same payment to the same number through WhatsApp and mention the name as you want on your certificate so that that will be mentioned as clearly as you want on the certificate. That's how it is. And that's all for today. We will meet tomorrow with another wonderful session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.